Hey everybody, Mr. Mashmoto here. I finally got a little bit of time and I need to change the brake fluid on both our bikes. So I figured I'd video that for you on how I'm going to do it. You can see it's getting a little bit dark in there and I feel that it needs to be changed. Brake fluid is hygroscopic, which is a fancy word for basically saying it absorbs moisture. And that's why we change it. It breaks down over time. Let's get to it. Tool list. I haven't done it yet, but I think this is everything we're going to need. An 8mm Phillips screwdriver. I like to use a syringe for sucking the brake fluid out of the reservoir. I recently bought a Stockton brake bleeder. It's a one-way check valve. I think it was maybe $15 roughly. Gonna need a rag, some brake fluid, .3 or .4 for this motorcycle, gloves, safety glasses, and something to drain the old brake fluid into. Let's get started. So the first things that I've done is I've got a old towel over my fuel tank. I'm going to be pulling this off. Sometimes when you're pumping the lever, it'll squirt a little bit out, which is kind of what the rag's for, to put over it. It's a good idea to protect all of your painted surfaces because brake fluid will blister paint. Honda uses pretty good paint on these. It may not hurt it, but it's just easier to try to protect it in the first place. I also put a little drip pan on there just to keep my concrete clean. Right here is your brake bleeder. It's got a little dust cap over it. Just take it off. I'm gonna connect my brake bleeder. You can see the arrow right there. It's a little hard to see, but get the angle on it right. There it is. That's the direction that the fluid should flow out of the caliper. So caliper on this side and old fluid coming out on this side into your container. All right, so I've got my 8mm boxed in wrench on here. I've got my one-way valve here, the little brake bleeder installed. You can see the arrow go in the correct direction into my reservoir that I'm gonna dispose of. So we're done here for now. We're gonna go back up top. We're gonna pull these two screws out. These guys right there. Sometimes these screws are a little tight. You wanna be sure and have a good tool fit so you don't strip them out. All right, we'll set these to the side. My towel fell off. That won't help me much. Let's put that guy back in there. It's windy today, it blew it off. There, that'll work. Cover. All right, so now we're in. That's how that's set up. Let it dribble a second. I'll dab it on my thing here and keep it clean. We'll set it to the side. All right, now that we have access to it, we want to suck that old fluid out of there. I do that with a little handheld syringe here. And I'm gonna have to do this one-handed, so it might be a little tricky. Just suck out what you can. And I just take a rag and I'll clean out the rest. If there's anything dirty down in there. This one looks pretty good. So nothing else really needs to be done on this one. We're gonna refill this with fresh .4 fluid. So I'm gonna fill it up pretty good little bit because we're gonna be pumping it down. What you don't want to do is overfill it like I just did. What you don't want to do is ever pump your lever. Otherwise, you're going to introduce air into your fluid, into your lines. And that's bad. Then you'll get spongy brakes and they won't work well and everything else. All right, so all we're going to do is crack this open. And you can see fluids coming out already. But what we want to do is pump our lever. I'm not going to put a rag over it just yet, so I can show you. I'm pumping it out, and every time you release it, it sucks fresh fluid in. Sometimes it'll squirt on you. This one's not bad. Let me show you down here what's happening. Again, you want to keep a close eye on it and not run it dry. If you run it dry, you're going to have to bleed it. So we're down pretty low. I'm going to add some more. I like to flush mine pretty good. Make sure that all of it comes out. Make sure we're pumping clear fluid. Again, you want to keep a constant eye on this as well. It's starting to get pretty clear. I'm going to do it one more time. I would say 3 reservoirs full is going to be sufficient for a flush. Yeah, it's looking good and clear now. It looks a whole lot better in that hose than it does down in that tank. So now what I'm going to do is come back here so you can see. And that's about where I want my level, right there. Right where that bubble's at. I've got sufficient fluid. So all we really have to do is lock this down, wipe this off good. Sorry about the wind today. A little noisy. I wipe this off. Sometimes this will pop out, this piece here. If it does, just push it back in like that. Make sure that you don't get any rag hairs or anything on there. I had one. I got it off. Straighten that out of there. All right, so put your rubber piece in. Take this piece and it goes next. Kind of a backer. Put your cover back on. Reinstall your screws. Good and snug, but not overly tight. Basically, you just don't want the fluid to spill out. Take your rag, wipe up any excess that came out. So in comparison, there's still fluid in this line, and that's the fluid that we drained out of there. That's just 2 years of normal use. That's why you change your brake fluid. Again, it's hygroscopic. And that's G as in grow a farm. Hygroscopic, not hydroscopic like everybody thinks it is. We'll go ahead and discard this. Nasty stuff. I'm gonna make a mess when I pull this off, but I can't help it. Oh, that wasn't bad. This will drain out. It's slow, but it'll drain out. So I'll just leave that there for it to drain. Double check you got that tight. Good and snug, not too tight, do not strip it. I'll wipe that off, get it clean, and just pop your little cap back on there. And that should be done. Always, always, always check it. Make sure that it's working. We have good lever pressure. Push it around by hand, hit the brakes, make sure it works. We're gonna do that right now on camera because it's the right way to do it. Hopefully the wind won't blow my camera over. Rolls nice and free. We have good brakes. Recheck your level. You should check it with the bike upright. As long as you're above center of the circle, good to go. For comparison, here's the other bike that we haven't done. Old and dirty, amber, orange, brown, whatever. I call it amber. Versus new and clean. Bad, good to go. Today's episode of Mishmash Moto was brought to you by Chrome Vanadium Tools, exclusively found at almost any place that sells tools.